it should look real nice. What's up? Follow me, drone. Yeah, cool. So the DJI Neo, it's a tiny, fairly cheap drone, and well, the image quality is not the best, but you can always get something more out of it if you know how to do it. So today we shall learn how to get the most out of your DJI Neo. Let's start. To get the most out of your DJI Neo, you would have to have this type of a controller. This is the FPV Remote Controller 3. Works with this real well. And you will probably need some goggles. These are the goggles 3, but there are new ones, goggles N3. They cost $299. You might need ND filters to get the proper shutter speed. Freewheel has designed these magnetic ND filters. You put on this magnet part, you stick it onto the lens, and then you can magnetically attach these ND filters. To get the most out of this drone, you would probably have to turn on the manual mode for the remote controllers. So right here in custom mode, originally it's on sport mode, but you should take the manual mode. So now we have manual mode enabled. Then in stick mode, I mean gain and expo, you have to M mode attitude limit. It will be on by default, but you have to turn it off so you can do flips, rolls, and all that good stuff. My rates and everything looks like this. Is basically stock, everything except for expos. I turned them down a bit. 0.45 on roll, pitch and yaw both have 0.4. That works for me really well and I just enjoy it. So next, aspect ratio for recording should be 4:3 because we will be running the image through the gyroflow, and in gyroflow 4:3 it's better because you get more wider field of view, and yeah, that's basically it. Recording in full HD 50 frames per second because in my opinion 4K just looks a little bit too over sharpened. You can get better images in 1080p. I'm recording in 50 frames per second because I'm from Europe. Electronic image stabilization should be off because we are running the images through gyroflow, that's why it's off. Yeah, grid lines help quite a lot. It's easier to compose the shots properly with grid lines and diagonals, so you can have very nicely composed shots. In advanced camera settings, record with both, as just for me. Auto record on takeoff, and this is one really important thing: sharpness -2 and noise reduction -2. We don't want digital sharpening on top of this very tiny sensor. So if you need to, sharpen later in post. That's it for camera settings. Keep the ISO as low as possible to not get some noise in your image. Shutter speed should be at 1/100th of a second because we are capturing in 50 frames per second, and to get the natural motion blur we would need to obey the 180-degree rule, which is shutter speed should be twice as high than the frame rate. So in this case I'm capturing in 50 frames per second and the shutter speed is 1/100th of a second. Wide lens depends on your situation. Yeah, don't use auto settings. Always I would suggest to use manual settings so that exposure doesn't change while you fly, so it looks more professional. That's pretty much it. Now let's go and test out these settings. Always clean your lens before the flight to avoid unwanted lens flares. Now I can put on this filter right here. Snaps on like that with magnets. Pretty cool. I will take off these guards because they do affect the flight. Get the most out of this drone. These should come off. By the way, thanks to Freewheel for sending me these filters. They're real nice. And also thanks to Raw Tech for providing me with these toys. We have some strong wind right now and we are off. Wow, cool. Wind is quite strong today. Well, okay, not that strong, but it does affect the flight a bit. But it's looking real nice. In this manual mode, you can achieve flights like this. What? You can crash as well. Yeah, beautiful. This drone is so light, and yeah, it's just so light that to destroy it in a crash, you would have to crash real hard on a pavement or something like that. Here in these grassy fields, it's fine. If you crash, it's fine. I'm surprised that the ND filter didn't come off. That's pretty cool. Oh, the sun just came up. Woohoo! Okay, let's do some low angle, low altitude flight to get that cool motion blur going on. Yeah. Whoop! Just touch the ground. Whoa! Oh! And the ND filter didn't come off. I've crashed it like 2 times already, and it's still on. So yeah, this magnetic ND filter stays on quite strong. Real cool. Really cool. It's really cool. Woo! Sweet. Images look way better when you have the proper shutter speed. You get the motion blur, and it just looks way better. And this full HD 50 frames per second is, I think, yeah, I just think it looks way better than 4K. Most of you watch the videos on your phone anyways, so on this small screen it should look real nice. So we are here at this demolition site. Let's have a nice and cool flight around this place. Let's explore this demolition site with the DJI Neo, captured in manual mode, 1080p, 50 frames per second, flying with the FPV controller, the regular one, and I gotta say, it's so sweet. This drone is so small, so light, not too fast, but you don't really need a fast drone for explorational type shot. Woo. And you can do tricks as well. I bet you can do dives as well. Let's go under here. The deconstruction of this place is happening currently. Over there, there's a heavy machinery tearing this place apart. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Right there. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's not get too close. Nice. This is a really cool place to fly, but well, they are tearing it down, and soon there will be nothing here. Maybe they will make something out of this place. Probably. Hopefully. Nice. Yeah, flying this drone in manual mode is a whole different story. It's really cool. And it's so light and it feels it looks like a toy, it sounds like a toy, and people they don't really care about it. You can fly almost anywhere except for military areas and such things. But right now here, I doubt that someone will be bothered by this tiny flying thing. I want to go through somewhere, but I don't want to lose my drone. If I will go through here, well, can I? Yeah. Woohoo! I did it. I did go through. Cool. All these reflections look real nice. And gotta say, if you know what you're doing with this image, with the drone, you can get quite nice looking shots out of it. Ah! I don't know. At least I fell over there, not inside there. But the filter did come off. So yeah, I just lost the ND8. Crash against the pavement was a bit too much for the filter to stay on magnetically. So yeah, don't crash on the pavement with your filter. Now you know how to get the most out of this tiny drone. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this video was useful, and see you in the next video.